Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is I, Jolton Joe, coming to you from my back porch on Monday. What is it, the 15th? Yes, today is Monday the 15th. Here in Houston, or Clear Lake region of Houston. What are you drinking? What are you smoking? Still got one of my freebie cigars. I got two more left after I smoke these two today. Just the, like I said, the old freebie there. And then what are we drinking? We're going to go, because I have a lot of them. We're sticking with the World Series champion Crawford Bach here. All right, and in the World Champion koozie. So there we go. All right, cheers, everybody. That's good. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's see. Um, Hold on. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see. There's the ESPN top headlines. We'll just go through that. It looks like Matt Ryan's going to join CBS as an analyst. Good for Matt Ryan. Seems like he's going to be. He should be pretty decent at that job. Let's see. John Daly withdrew from the PGA Championship. There's actually been a lot of folks withdrawn from the PGA Championship, or not a lot of folks, but several folks. Let's see, his withdrawn. That just says he, But yeah, it's going to be at the Oak Hill Country Club in Rochester this Thursday. So PGA Championship starts this week. A's reach a deal to develop the Las Vegas site. Let's see what we got going on here, because basically with the A's, of course, the owner of the A's is Jeff. Is it Jeff Fisher? Because that's the fucking football coach. So I don't know if it's Jeff. I know his last name is Fisher though. Um, Says the Oakland A's have reached an agreement to put their new ballpark on part of the site of the concurrent Tropicana property along the Las Vegas Strip. Bally's Corp announced Monday that in conjunction with Gambling and Leisure Properties, it has reached a binding agreement with the A's for the site. It's going to be a 30,000 seat ballpark, projected to draw 2.5 million people per year. All right. Let's see. And the cost of the stadium will be $1.5 billion, with $395 million in public financing. They'll set aside 9 acres of 35-acre parcel on Las Vegas Boulevard and Tropicana Avenue for the A's or a related stadium authority. There you go. Let's see. The legislation must be approved and public financing, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, I don't know. I have two minds when it comes to the A's. Because number one, they do have a shit owner, and I think Fisher was using this new stadium deal in Oakland to move the team. Um, I think it was just an excuse to move it. Um, Everything's moving out of Oakland, though, of course. And I mean, the thing about, I mean, the Oakland Coliseum, number one, is not a baseball stadium. It is a football stadium that they happen to play baseball in. And of course, it's the only one left because now there are no more multi-purpose stadiums anymore. It's just all straight ballparks. I mean, even the Trop in Tampa, as shitty as it is, you know, being I think that's the only fully indoor baseball park left is the Trop, but um, but it's still a baseball stadium, right? And then everybody else has a baseball stadium. Nobody plays in football stadiums anymore. San Francisco's got their own park. The Astros have their own park. The Rangers have their own park. You know all that kind of stuff. Where it used to be, Pittsburgh finally built, they built a park. Cincinnati built a park back in the old days when you had Riverfront and Three Rivers and the Astrodome and Candlestick and all that kind of stuff. But they started, but back in the 90s and stuff in 2000s, started in Seattle at the Kingdome. Seattle got their own park, and so they need a new stadium. But the A's were gonna, but of course, Vegas left because they couldn't get a deal done on the stadium. They went to Vegas. The Raiders let tug off for Vegas. Let's see, and then the Warriors have taken off. They used to play in Oakland at the there, but the new arena, of course, is in San Fran, And I kind of feel bad for Oakland and Oakland fans because they've lost all their shit, man. I mean, they this is going to be the third sports franchise that they've lost. Two of them, one just across the bay, right? Warriors just went across the bay from Oakland to San Francisco. Not a huge loss there, but the but losing your football team, losing your baseball team, both to Vegas, ironically enough, is got to sting. And like I said, Fisher seems to be a fucking douchebag, fucking owner. And like I said, was just kind of using this whole stadium as leverage to move the team. And then of course, fucking Manfred. I mean, he said some dumb shit too, but he works for the fucking owners. You know what I mean? But they could have tried to, keep them in Oakland a little bit, but and also too, apparently, even though Fisher's like one of, if not, I think he's the second richest. I think he's behind. I think Cohen, who owns the Mets, Steve Cohen's the Mets. He's the wealthiest. I think Fisher's like the second wealthiest, or maybe the third wealthiest of all the major league owners. So he's the one that's got like actual money to actually spend on a fucking stadium. But apparently he's a cheap ass bastard, and he wants public funds to fucking do it. And so, in Vegas makes the most sense for the A's to move. It's not that far of a move. I mean, the Raiders went to Vegas, all right, and the thing about Vegas is because of sports gambling or gambling in general, whereas Vegas never had a professional team, period. And now they're going to have, at the very least, three professional teams. You got the Golden Knights, you got the Raiders, and now you're going to have the A's. And that all happened in what, about 10 years? Maybe less than 10 years? Hell, Vegas has been around for 5 years. So in 5-year period here, Vegas hasn't been around that long. The Golden Knights, I mean, the hockey team. So within like a 5-year period, they went from zero professional sports franchises to now they have three. All right, which is absolutely freaking nuts. That's just absolutely crazy thing. And then obviously too, fucking John Moran. Uh, I just Jim Morant. I don't know. The So Morant, of course, ended up with. Let me see if I can remember. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. So 2 months ago, the NBA suspended him when he brought when he was. First of all, he was on a road trip. Second of all, he had a gun in a nightclub. All right, so he got suspended for that. And then the dumbass is caught on social media flashing a gun again. And so now the Memphis Grizzlies have suspended him from all team activities and pending a review. And then the NBA is also doing it as investigating as well. And it's like, like how dumb do you have to be? I know the kid's 23 years old, but how fucking dumb do you have to be to fucking pull that shit again? And you did it just a few months ago, and you're doing it again. Oh man, I just I do not get that. I don't get that at all. Like what is John Moran? I got not even burn going. What's John Moran thinking? I mean, obviously he's not thinking, and that's the problem. But my God, man, like I just, I you get you get suspended for having a gun, and then what do? You go off, you go off there, and then you flash a gun again for a second time in just a matter of a couple of months here, and then you get in trouble again for the same thing. That's the dumbest thing you can possibly fucking do. It's just stupid. Just stupid. Just stupid. Mm. And then lastly, here before we get into scores and stuff and recaps and whatnot, uh, I should be wearing Commander gear right now instead of my Astro stuff, but this is actually my bad luck Astro shirt. Like every time I win this shirt, when they play, they fucking lose. Now are playing the Cubs tonight, so I'm hoping that if I wear it now and then change, should be okay. Usually I just wear it on off days. But the 2021, yeah, ACL shirt, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. But so Josh Harris, who of course owns the New Jersey Devils and the Philadelphia 76ers, which we'll get into later, yeah, of course, and he's from Maryland. He had signed a non-exclusive agreement with Daniel Snyder to buy the team for $6.05 billion. That's $1 billion. Uh, and of course, it was not exclusive. So if somebody did decide to come in with a bigger offer, or something like that, if Beavos came in, or Tillman Fertitta came in, or whoever the fuck, the Canadian guy, if came in, it was not exclusive. But over the weekend, I think it was Friday, the that became an exclusive deal. So now it is an exclusive deal. Basically, Dan Snyder has agreed to sell the team to Harris. The only thing now is that, of course, the owners have to approve it. That'll be later this month when they do the owner meetings. Harris has made a bid on the Broncos last year. He, as well, is known by the owners. The owners should have no issues giving him the old green light, giving him the old check of approval. And the $6 billion, when it does go through, it will be the largest, or the biggest amount of money spent on a North American sports franchise. It's going to beat the Broncos last year by $2 billion. Broncos sold last year for $4 billion, and they're going to, of course, they are going to buy it for $6 billion. $6 billion. I can't remember. And Snyder bought the team for $750 million. Dude's gonna make. Dude's gonna make over $5 billion on the sale. I'm just fucking glad he's gone. Oh man, so glad he's gone. Bye, Felicia. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. Good lord. And actually, there was a poll the other day too. I saw it was like 75% of Washington fans were like, "Yeah, rename the team again." Like, I think everybody just wants to cleanse. Well, first of all, nobody likes the fucking name. The fucking name sucks, right? It's a shitty fucking name. Nobody fucking likes it, and so and everybody too wants to just erase all of Dan Snyder. Like, just get just like it's a bad dream, right? We're like, this reference is gonna outdate most of y'all, but like we're fucking, Bobby Ewing in the fucking shower on Dallas. You know what I mean? It's all a dream. We get ready, so we'll see how that goes. Also, too, the Washington, I think, was 7.5 on their win total. I might take the under on that. I don't know if there's no way in hell they're winning fucking 8 games this year. I don't think. But anyway, oh yeah, we can talk about that. We can talk about the NFL schedule release. NFL schedule release came out on Thursday, and well, a lot of noon games for my Commanders. That and for the Texans too. At least the Commanders got one primetime game, and we got the Thanksgiving Day game against the Cowboys. But but yeah, the Texans got 0 primetime games. They're not even playing on Thursday night. Now remember, the NFL changed the rules on Thursday night football this year because, number one, Jeff Bezos is shelling out billions of dollars, right, for Thursday night football so he can broadcast it. And poor Al Michaels too doesn't want to sit there and call a fucking Texans Titans game, or hell, for that matter, Chicago Washington last year. Jesus Christ, that was fucking horrible. And where was it? Wasn't there, like, I think there was like 2 or 3 Thursday night games. It was like the 2 Thursday night games, I think, before the Washington Chicago game last year. I think nobody scored a touchdown. It was all field goals. And then finally, the Commanders got into the end zone last year on Thursday night football. And I mean, they barely fucking won the game, but it was, god damn, that was a fucking shit show, man. I mean, it was wow. Uh, So, so they want fucking, so they want obviously better games, and so now, I think, and no, also too, they said that if you do play on Thanksgiving, that does not count as one of your Thursday games. So the Cowboys can be on Thursday night football again. The Commanders can be on Thursday night football again, which they are. I'm sure the Cowboys are too, and and so it doesn't count as one of your Thursday night games. I think the max that you can be on Thursday nights like 3 games, but there's going to be some times where like you Chiefs might be playing 3 times on a fucking Thursday night, right? And obviously the opener doesn't count either because that's the fucking opener. Which the Chiefs, which that is going to be the opener for the NFL, is going to be Chiefs Lions. I get the Chiefs, defending Super Bowl champions. Usually, the defending Super Bowl champions are on the opening night game on Thursday. But the Lions, like I know the Lions are going to be better, but the Lions, Chiefs Lions. It's like I know we're all going to be watching. It's the only game on TV. It's opening night, but the Lions. I mean, you can't make it a divisional game, like because I don't think the Chiefs are playing. No, because we're not. The Chiefs and Eagles aren't playing this year. Because I know the NFC East. The NFC East, we are playing. We are playing the AFC East this year in the NFC West this year. But so you can't do a Super Bowl rematch or anything. But uh, but you can't get like Chiefs Chargers. I mean, Chiefs even Chiefs Broncos. Like I don't know who the Chiefs. Let's look at the Chiefs schedule. Shit, I don't even fucking know. Let's see here, Chiefs. Yeah, Chiefs schedule 2023. Here we see. Okay, let's see. All right, because they got Lions, Bears, and playing man. They're playing a lot of shitty teams this year. My God, Chiefs should be able to walk to the fucking Super Bowl. I mean, Lions are good, but then they got the Jags, the Bears, the Jets, um, that's a Sunday night game. See, Vikings, Broncos, Chargers, Broncos, Dolphins. Oh, they are playing the Eagles. They're playing the Eagles on November the 30th. That's another Sunday night game. Yeah, why not? Why not start the season with a fucking Super Bowl rematch, man? Eagles, Chiefs, Week 1. Like, why didn't they do that? Why the fuck did they do that? That must have been one of the Eagles' first place games. That must have been because nowadays with the 17 games you play somebody that's in you got 2 rando games basically. That must be one of their games there. They got the Raiders, Packers, they're playing the Bills too. Like, how do you not have? And they got the Bengals this year too. Yeah, how do you not have like Chiefs Bengals or Chiefs Bills or Chiefs Eagles on opening night? I don't get that one. I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Yeah, I don't know what the NFL is thinking. Like I said, it really doesn't matter because we're all going to be watching the game. But like on that opening night, like I said, how do you not have Chiefs Eagles? How do you not have Chiefs Bills? How do you not have Chiefs Bengals? Those are 3 Chiefs opponents right there. That I mean, whatever. Okay. Uh, I will say though that I think the Tennessee Titans won the schedule release for everybody because they just went out to the main street out there in Nashville. What's it called, like Broad Street or something like that? Whatever the fuck is the big street out there, out there on or Broadway, whatever it is, out there, and they asked strangers, people that didn't know dick about football, basically. They showed them a logo and they were like, name this team, and for like the Chargers got the Lightning McQueens, and the Jaguars got Chester Cheeto, and and then Tampa was like Pirates of the Caribbean. Somebody said the Colts were the Cowboys. Uh, so the Colts kind of were funny because on their Twitter they put not the Cowboys. And then the Falcons, because somebody called them the Red Stallions, and somebody in Twitter, and so they actually changed their name on Twitter. The Falcons did to Red Stallions at Atlanta Falcons, which was pretty fucking funny. That was fucking hilarious. So the NFL schedule release came out. So good times, good times. Can't wait for the season to start. But like I said, we got it's the Commanders, and we'll see what happens. Fuck, new owners. We're just happy to get rid of Dan Snyder, and this is going to be. I mean, this season's probably going to be a clusterfuck because but this is going to be Rivera's last season. I can guarantee you that. So, and we'll get some new coaches in. I just don't know who. I don't know who are some good coaching prospects that maybe we can get next year, or maybe somebody didn't get a job this year. Hell, maybe we'll just promote Benemy. Maybe Eric Benemy can get a fucking head coaching job for a change. But we'll see. All right, real quick here. Let's go over. Let's hit up the NHL first. We'll hit a recap up because when I left off on Tuesday night, the Stars even the series with the Kraken. They won 6-3, and then the Hurricanes went up 3-1 over the New Jersey Devils. Then on Wednesday, the Maple Leafs did win one game against the Florida Panthers, and then Edmonton tied up the series with Vegas 4-1. Or with a 4-1 win. Then the Stars did beat the Kraken in Game 6. In Game 5. In Game 5, to take a 3-2 lead in that one, and then the Hurricanes closed the Devils out in overtime, 3-2. So the Hurricanes moved on. Then Friday, the Panthers closed out the Maple Leafs in overtime. They won that, so in 4-1. And then the Golden Knights took Game 5 from the Oilers to go up in that game. And then the Kraken beat the shit out of the Stars. I flipped that game on real quick, and in the second period, it was already 4-1. I was like, what the fuck's happened? Stars have been so fucking up and down, man, with inconsistent play. I don't even know what the fuck's going on with those guys. Like, to be completely honest with you, it's like, holy shit. Game 7 for that, by the way, is tonight. But that was just one of those weird fucking things where it was just like, the Stars play great and they play like shit, and they play great and they play like shit. I fucking know on that one. And then last night, the Golden Knights closed out Edmonton 4-2. So Golden Knights are moving on. So whoever wins Game 7 tonight between the Stars, so it'll be the Panthers and Hurricanes in the Eastern semifinals. And then we'll have the Golden Knights versus either the Stars or the Kraken. So we'll see. Probably not the teams. I mean, that necessarily the NHL wants. I don't know how much. All the original teams are gone. All the Canadian teams are gone. Not, but I mean, people do like Vegas, so we'll see what happens there. But out Game 7 tonight. It's on ESPN, 7 o'clock start time for the NHL as far as that goes, and then NBA and so NBA. Let's go back to last Tuesday. The Sixers took a 3-2 series lead. They beat the shit out of the Celtics 115-103. And then the Nuggets took won Game 5 to go and beat the shit out of the Suns 118-102. Then on that Wednesday, the Knicks extended it 1 Game 5, and then the Warriors kicked the shit out of the Lakers 121-106. Lakers are still up 3-2 in that one. We moved to Thursday. The Celtics beat the 76ers to force Game 7. Low scoring game, 95-86, and then the Nuggets just destroyed the Suns 125-100 to win that series. So the Nuggets moving on to the conference finals. Then the Heat closed out the Knicks on Friday, and then the Lakers beat the shit out of the Warriors 122-100 to close that series out. So it'll be Lakers Nuggets, and the Heat will be end up playing the Celtics because the Celtics beat the shit out of the 76ers yesterday. Now, I didn't watch the first half of the game. I did watch some of the second half, and first half was like they were either tied or there was only a 2-point difference. Let me check the box score real quick because it was like 50. Yeah, let's see. So that's 50. Yeah, that's 52. Yeah, it was a 3-point lead. It was a 3-point lead at halftime. It was 53-52. I mean, not 50. Try that again. It was 55-52 at halftime. 3-point lead at halftime. It was a 3-point game at halftime. 3-point game at halftime. Just say that. And then, Jesus Christ, that third quarter, man, Philly couldn't do anything. Philly scored 10 points in the third quarter, man. 10. 10. That's all Philly scored. Philly scored 10 points. 10. And fucking Jason Tatum went the fuck off in the third quarter. He ended up with a Game 7 record, 51 points. I think half of them came in the third quarter. I mean, he was fucking hitting everything. And then, like I said, The 76ers couldn't do shit. James Harden looked like playoff James Harden. Us Houston fans know about that. We'll see what happens with James. There's rumors that he may come to the Rockets in the offseason. We'll see. Uh, but yeah, 10 points in the third quarter. 10 points in the third quarter. They got outscored 33 to 10 in the third quarter. 33 to 10 they got outscored in the third quarter. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was kind of had the game on, kind of watching it, and then kind of looked up and was just like, kind of had it on in the background, right? And he's just like, Jason Tatum for three, Jason Tatum for three, Jason Tatum for three. And looked up and it's like a 30-point lead. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, and so Doc Rivers blows another, you know, or Doc Rivers' team blows another series lead. Whether it's 3-1 or 3-2, doesn't seem to matter. And whew, there you go, 112-88 as far as that one. So Tuesday, no games tonight. Tuesday, the Western Conference Finals will get underway. It will be the Lakers and the Nuggets. That'll be a 7:30 start time, Central Time, that is, here on ESPN. And then the Eastern Conference Finals, Heat Celtics, will start at 7:30. I know what the NBA is rooting for. The NBA is rooting for Celtics Lakers, old 80s rivalry, old 80s throwback game there with two, they'll probably get the most eyeballs on it. Lakers should get eyeballs on it anyway. But Nuggets are pretty damn good, so we'll see what happens with Nuggets. Lakers should be a good series. They start on Tuesday. Eastern Conference Finals start on Wednesday. Heat Celtics. Boston with the home court advantage. Lake Nuggets with the home court advantage in the West. Like I said, for hockey, got Game 7 of the Stars and the Kraken later tonight. So there you go. Don't think there was there an F1 race. There was Miami last week. No, they race next this coming week. Then they go to Monaco. I know after that, but I don't know, man. So I think fucking Red Bulls is gonna run away with fucking everything. Golf we'll talk about later because of course we got the PGA Championship coming up. Starting this week. It will start on Thursday. It'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This weekend. Also, we got the Preakness on Saturday as well. If you're in the horse racing, only bet 30 times a year, so we'll see what happens. Think about maybe just doing a couple superfectas this time. Just box them. Just throw a buck down on the super, like $24 bet. Just box it. So it's technically 24 bets, but just do a dollar bet on a superfecta. Box it. Just do that twice. That'll be $50. Call it a day. Might do that. Probably should have done that for the Derby. Whatever. So there you go. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, the XFL championship game. I did actually watch quite a bit of that. Not that anybody cares, but the XFL championship was in San Antonio. There, I had a good turnout. I think they had something like 20,000 there or so for the XFL championship game, and the Renegades pulled the upset for the second time in a row. They of course beat the Houston Roughnecks in the South final there in the semifinal, and then the South Division final they beat the Roughnecks 26-11, and then DC, which was the best team all fucking year, only had one loss in the season. They were counting the playoff game, they were 10-1. And then the Renegades put them down 35-26, and the Renegades are your first XFL champion since what, 2002, whenever the XFL was around. 2001, whatever the fuck it was, when the LA Galaxy won with old fucking Tommy Maddox, who played for Pittsburgh for a little bit. And he hate me Rod Smart, who actually went to the Super Bowl with Carolina. And like I said, I got no time for the USFL because they don't even play in the fucking cities. Why are you gonna do that? Why? We've talked about it before, but why the fuck are you gonna? Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? I don't know. Whatever. But XFL should be back next year, and I think The Rock did it right. Him and his ex-wife, Danny Garcia, I think they did it right, kind of partnering with the NFL, because there's actually a couple of referees that are going to become NFL officials next year. And then, of course, there'll be some players that'll go to the NFL out of the XFL as well, sign as free agents and things like that. And so I think it's kind of good to basically for the XFL to be kind of a developmental league, as it were, kind of like the G League, what the G League is to the NBA, to have that for the have the XFL be that for the NFL. So obviously you got college football being your minor leagues, and then kind of having this developmental league, like I said, kind of what the G League is to the NBA. XFL might end up being to the NFL, so maybe they can keep the league kind of going that way. But it tends to seem to be really well. People seem to really enjoy it. I did not get to a game this year. Maybe next year, we'll see. But yeah, good old Roughnecks, and yeah, but the Renegades, old Bob Stoops, finally won one. But I kind of made that joke. I was like, well, the XFL championship's not a bowl, so maybe Bob Stoops can actually win it. And sure enough, he did. So there you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll talk to you next Monday. I'm actually working at the golf course tomorrow, so that's why I'm out here on a Monday instead of a Tuesday. And then also I'm going to go on vacation for a week to Charleston, South Carolina. So I will see you all next Monday. But until then, enjoy Game 7 of the Stars and Kraken tonight. Once again, tomorrow, Western Conference Finals will start. We'll get into baseball a little bit later, of course, again, as it goes along. And then we got PGA Championship this week. Don't forget about that. Preakness this Saturday as well. All right, everybody have a good one. Cheers, y'all. Talk to you next soon. All right. Oh, don't forget, at JJ Sports Show 63, at JJ Sports Show 63 on Twitter. Once again, cheers, everybody. Talk to y'all next week.